think about all the subsidies that Harvard is getting, it's not just, of course, direct government funding. It's not just the tax exemption, right? My view is you have a tax exemption, you're a fiduciary responsibility to the taxpayer, because it means that it's being paid for. And you have, if every student can afford to go because they can access, a loan, then there's no limit on the price you can charge. So your point is right. That being said, I think we should have, I think it makes sense to have some government involvement in student lending, but I would do the following. I would require the university to be the first loss lender. So imagine a $100,000 student loan. The university has to be the credit support. They've got to be the junior most $10,000 or $15,000 of the loan. And then they have to be very thoughtful, right? Because they lose the first dollar if the student can't repay. And I think student loans should be dischargeable in bankruptcy, but maybe by the time you turn 40. The logic behind making them not dischargeable, the theory was a student would borrow the money and then would graduate and then would just file for bankruptcy and just to clear their debt. So there was a logic to making them non-dischargeable. My argument is by the time you're 40, if you haven't been able to pay down your student debt or whatever, and don't have a good, successful career, obviously your education didn't help you, and the bankruptcy court seems like an appropriate place for you to go to have a restart. And no one, of course, would, borrow the money with an expectation of defaulting in 18 years. So I think there are a number of changes you could make to student lending that would have a very dramatic effect. But I think the most important is for the university to have skin in the game. It's like a mortgage. The university should be the equity investor, and fine, let the taxpayer be a senior lender to the students. And that would immediately discipline what's going on in terms of how resources are being allocated. And all of a sudden the university is going to say, okay, you're going to major in this, you're going to major in gender studies, explain to me how you're going to repay the loan. So that would be my suggestion.